I evo nas u epizodi 2 u igri Mass Effect. U prošloj epizodi smo riješili neke početne misije. Da, i ta prva epizoda je malo duža bila, ali ova neće biti, ova će biti kraća. Kao i sve. Jer eto, ona je bila početna, pa eto, neka bude i malo duža. Dok da, ove ostale će biti kraće. Pa što reći? A ništa, idemo dalje, pa da. Da, tu smo stali. Jel ima tu što god? Nema. A ništa, idemo. Onda po misiju. Ili da upoznamo prvo sve.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Eto ga, još malo Paragona, pa da. Ajmo popričati sa svima.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
Jesmo mi ovo prošli u prošloj? Ajme, ne sjećam se više, vjerojatno jesmo. Može i nismo. Ali da, kao što sam rekao, biti će detaljan playthrough.
Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity,
Da,
crippling
eto
physical
opet
pain.
zvuk malo
There's a long list
zezao.
of horrific side effects. Hayden's lucky.
Da, to je
Just
to.
gets my...
I should go.
I should go. Ajde, ništa. Jel tu ima još nešto? Ajme, ne sjećam se više. Čini se da nema. Da. Da, tu su lokeri. Ormarići. Da, tu je Anderson, da.
Go speak to Joko when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Može. Joj da, ove početne misije će biti dosta dosade, ali eto šta da radim. Tak je kak je. Da, imamo i dolje, a dobro, to ćemo drugom prilikom. Idemo gore. Da, zašto šteka, ne kužim. Presley, što ti imaš za reći? A ništa, idemo do kod Jokera. Da vidimo šta nam on sprema. Da, tu nema ništa, nekakve informacije. Joker.
Timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Da, i bližimo se Citadelu. Da. Koji je kao ogromna baza. Da. Što uopće nije točno, što ćemo vidjeti u trećoj igri. Da, nije to nikakav brod.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers on any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Da, nije bitna veličina. Da, pa sad kak se shvati, shvati. Da.
Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
I eto nas. Normandy SR-1.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Sarena? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Da, bahati su bahati. I uopće ne slušaju nas.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
Da, baš to. Smradovi jedni. Da. Tak se ponašaju i u stvarnosti. Nema ništa. Ali tu ima. Easy decryption. Eto ga. Da, i sad imamo misiju u Argos Ro klasteru. Hydra sistem. Da, tu nema ništa. Tamo nema ništa. Da, ali tu će biti nešto.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
What's wrong?
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response.
Xeltan.
You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from
Dobra, s tobom smo završili priču.
Good day, human.
Da. A ne mogu pričati s njim. A, ma mogu.
Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Dan. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Da, prvih ovih par epizoda bi moglo biti puno pričanja sa karakterima.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Malo si ti
I'd like
bahat.
to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Samo ti pričaj.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
Da.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Dan. The Council favors your species greatly.
Ne bi baš rekao.
The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador.
Ignoriraj ga, pa da. To možemo uvijek.
His assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on humans.
Blah, blah, blah. Why so
you seem to
cranky?
have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel
Idemo dalje.
space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Good day,
yes.
Earth Clan.
Bla, bla, bla. Što nam ti kažeš?
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your... I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Ajde im
Why do
popričam
you
i sa
explain
ovime.
what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly,
Da, prvih par epizoda će biti dosadno, ali tak je kak je. Tak je igra napravljena. Šta da radim? Jednostavno, eto, pratim igru.
These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, Within one lifetime, we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small,
Da, malo presporo priča. Samo odužuje dijalog.
To outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Dim. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicion.
I shall go.
Goodbye,
Da.
Ambassador.
Sincere farewell.
Eto ga, kodeks.
Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
To je to, ako se ne varam. A ništa, idemo. Ovdje. Da, malo ćemo se upoznati sa likovima. Ajde, otvaraj to. Ali da, igra zna malo štekati. To je znači do igre. Sad, jel imamo tu šta? Jer znala mi je to i prije štekat, pa ono. To je do igre onda. Što imamo tu? Ja. Dobro. Da, da. Tu je Udina. O, ne tu. Tu. Odnosno ne Udina, nego. Da.
Commander Shepard, I
Palim.
didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Who are you?
We met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do you know about the
Specters.
Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres. They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it.
Da, konačno netko ko razmišlja.
Galaxy needs.
But not all Spectres are like Sarena.
True. But the potential is always there.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Sarena.
Sorry, Commander.
Ne možem to pričati o
I don't
tome.
make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Goodbye.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Mislim da tu imamo nešto. Da. Eto ga. Da, novi planet za istražiti. Da vidimo šta tu ima. Diplomat.
What do you want? Oh, Commander.
Fredericks.
Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will.
Da.
Have fun then.
Šta ti kažeš?
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
Može.
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets, one level below.
Den.
For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly
Da,
more
i tu ćemo
lively
isto
than this
imat
place.
misije, pogotovo kad
Cora's
budemo
Den, on
morali
the other
kockat.
hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Zanimljivo.
Goodbye.
Dobro.
So long, Commander.
So long.
Pleasant day.
Ništa, idemo tamo gdje moramo. A to je u Presidium, ako se ne varam. Odnosno na sastanak onaj, moramo otići. Eto ga, i Citadel Tower. Da tu ćemo upoznati i Garrusa. Garrus. Eto ga.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Kad si ti prije stigao tu, Palin?
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you. You don't want to keep the council waiting.
Ne, zašto ne? A dobro, ajde. Idemo, gore. Da, i tu ćemo imati neki side mission za nekog lika. Da, ali to je poslije sastanka. Da, morat ćemo skenirati ova tu mala čuda. Eto da.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador.
Da. To je tako uvijek, politika uvijek okrene i tebe nazove ludim.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off
Samo
guard.
zatvore oči na istinu. Da, to je tako.
Seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me.
Vidjet ćemo još kakve su optužbe protiv tebe. Smrade jedan.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon. Then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures.
Pa to i ti radiš isto.
He's taught you well.
Čovječe.
But what can you expect from a
Da,
human?
eto, opet.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
To ćemo još vidjeti.
There's no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You arrogant bastard.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far we've seen nothing.
Vidjeli ste. Pogotovo onaj lik što je svjedok bio.
It may have been triggered by the beacon. Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
Tak je.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Da, tak je to sa političarima.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our...
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down.
Harkin. Da.
Forget it. They suspended
Koji će
Harkin
se
last
pojaviti
month,
u
drinking on the job.
drugom
I won't waste my time with that loser.
dijelu
You won't have to. I don't want the
igre
Council
Mass Effect
using your
2.
past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section.
Da, sam pije tamo.
I thought you said he was a drunken loser.
Couldn't hurt to go talk to him. Just be careful. I wouldn't call him reliable.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
Smrad jedan.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions, but only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge,
problemi sa tim zvukom.
But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
Not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepherd.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Sarena?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Sarena.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Sarena, but his information won't come cheap.
Ništa, idemo.
Good luck,
Kod Barla Vaughn.
I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Da. Da, idemo mi kod Barla Vaughn, ali prije toga ćemo malo popričati opet s ovim tu Korbanom.
That guy's up to something.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there some...
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the keep...
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right.
Možeš mi
I
vjerovati.
guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
Ajde,
I can help
može.
you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
Ali ovo neću
I don't even know
pokriti
who you
skroz.
are.
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Jer treba ih sve pronaći, pa onda... Ono, treba to vremena. Tako da, neću sve ih pretražiti.
I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Da, samo dođemo tu i eto ga, 30 novčića. Da, idemo. Da, idemo kod Barle Von, a ona je tamo preko. Ili on je tamo preko, šta ja znam. Da, tu je Šaira. Ali ne idemo tamo za sada, nego idemo tu. Da, ne, tu je. Mislio sam da je Keepers. Da, tako mi se učinilo. A, eno ga. Eto ga.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Ne sada. Idemo kod Barle Von.
Return soon. This one receives new shipments regularly.
Eto je. Barle Von.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
Have we met?
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barle Von. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Sarena?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Sarena.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Sarena right now. They used to do a lot of business until Sarena turned on him.
That's what happens when you deal with a traitor like Sarena.
No matter what you think of Sarena, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
How do I find him?
I heard he was paying Citadel security a visit. If you hurry, you can probably catch him before he leaves the C-Sec Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the Council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, He would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
Eto ga.
I should go.
Da, i mislim da ću završiti sad epizodu jer najvjerojatnije dosadnu epizodu, ali tak je kak je. Nisam ni ja baš oduševljen sa ovim tu početkom jer ono, ništa se ne događa, sam pričaš sa ljudima. Ne, s pojedincima. Da, tako da ovaj početak mi je ono, dosadan uglavnom. Ali da, to je tako kad je početak igre, ali iduća epizoda će već biti akcija. Znači imamo, skoro sam rekao Rexa, imamo Sarena, Garrusa. I tak to biti će Tali, tako da ono, biti će akcije u idućoj epizodi. Ali da, eto, to će onda biti to od epizode 2 u igri Mass Effect 1. Da, a u idućoj epizodi će eto, konačno biti akcija. Ova je stvarno bila dosadna epizoda, ali tak je to sa Mass Effectom. Treba se prvo zakotrljati stvari. Ali da, biti će zanimljive iduće epizode. Tako da eto, to je to, znači od ove dosadne druge epizode.